up, everyone? Daniel Kaiser here at E3 2019. I'm getting ready to talk to Josh from Polyarc about Moss, which was recently a launch title on the Oculus Quest and came complete with a content update. Josh, it's good to see you. Tell us all about Moss on Quest.
Good to see you too, Daniel. Thanks for having me. So we're bringing the base game onto this new untethered platform, and we're also including a new chapter called the Twilight Garden, where you'll be able to go through multiple challenges, solve puzzles, and most importantly, interact with Quill in new ways.
Excellent. Now, Moss is one of those games that helped introduce people to VR and the possibilities of the medium. Taking that a step further on Quest, the system itself is quite a game changer. In your own opinion, what do you think Quest is bringing to the market for VR?
Game changer is definitely the right word to use. If you think about VR prior to Quest, it's a matter of, I've got to set up some cables, I got to set up some cameras. There's this barrier to entry that exists for a lot of people, especially the mainstream. And the Quest just takes all of that away. And that's one of the big things that's really exciting for us when we think about an interactive experience, when you're immersed in this world with this cute little character. Anything that takes you out is the thing that we want to fade away as VR continues to progress and grow. So we're really excited about this new technology.
Now, Moss previously released on other platforms as well, and you've brought it to Quest in an uncompromised manner. Talk a little bit about the porting process and what was involved in bringing Moss to the Quest.
There were definitely challenges bringing Moss to Quest. We look at the hardware, it's a mobile hardware platform, so you're looking at lower power consumption for the CPU, GPU. So there's some challenges there. And then for us, a lot of it was finding ways to port our content in a way that really respected the thought and the aesthetic of the world that went in, because we still want people to have that true Moss experience. In terms of what that involves, it's a lot of optimizing our level art. It's a lot of understanding the differences between an Android platform, which is what the Oculus Quest is on, and the PC, PS4 platform.
So of course, Moss developed an Unreal Engine. Talk a little bit about that porting process. Were there any tools in Unreal that helped make it easier to bring it to Quest?
Yeah, absolutely. If we imagine the tool set that we had for Unreal, there are a lot of big features that helped, because bringing it to this new platform, and with that there's going to be challenges, but one thing that we had in our pocket was we had Unreal. The feature set that was there that helped us, and a few of the things in particular that we found really useful was the various sub-levels that we were able to create. For our game, we had what we called a gameplay design layer. We also had what we called an art layer, where it was the visuals of the game. And one key advantage that we had using Unreal is we were actually able to split out what we traditionally had for the PC, the PSVR version, away from the mobile version, where we could actually optimize and branch the graphics. And if I were to say, one of the biggest things was that everybody on our dev team was capable of going in and branching that content in that way. We had artists, we had our audio director going into Blueprint, branching on platform and changing up what was displayed to make sure that we were always running at frame rate and we were always giving the player an optimal visual performance.
It all sounds awesome. Tell everybody where they can go to learn more about Moss online.
Check us out at polyarcgames.com. You can also follow us on Twitter at polyarcgames.
All right, we appreciate your time here at E3, and for the very latest on all things Unreal Engine, you can head online to unrealengine.com.